Davy Crockett, often mythologized as a rugged frontiersman in a coonskin cap, was a real and complex figure in American history. Born in 1786 in what is now Tennessee, Crockett was a folk hero, frontiersman, soldier, and politician. He served as a U.S. congressman and famously died at the Battle of the Alamo in 1836. While his legendary status lives on in books, movies, and television shows, less is commonly known about the real man and what became of his descendants after his death. The legacy of a legend. Davy Crockett married Mary Polly Finley in 1806, and the couple had 3 children before Polly's death in 1815. He later married Elizabeth Patton, with whom he had 3 more children. His family life, while often overshadowed by his public persona, played a significant role in his values and decisions, including his opposition to many of President Andrew Jackson's policies, particularly the Indian Removal Act. Though Crockett died in battle at just 49 years old, his children survived and carried on the Crockett name. However, unlike their famous father, most of his descendants chose lives out of the limelight. What happened to his children? Crockett's son, John Wesley Crockett, perhaps came closest to following in his father's footsteps. Born in 1807, John became a lawyer, newspaper editor, and served in the Tennessee General Assembly. He was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in the 1830s, temporarily filling his father's old seat. Despite these efforts, John never achieved the same national fame as his father and eventually moved to New Orleans, where he died in 1852. Crockett's other children, William, Margaret, Rebecca, and Robert, largely lived quiet, private lives. Some of them remained in Tennessee or moved westward as the nation expanded. Historical records show that many of his descendants settled in Texas and other parts of the South and Midwest. Modern-day Crockett descendants. Davy Crockett's lineage has continued through the centuries, and many of his descendants are alive today. Some still proudly bear the Crockett name and have worked to preserve the historical truth about their famous ancestor. Others have chosen anonymity, content to let the myths of Davy Crockett live on without personal involvement. A few descendants have surfaced publicly in recent decades, particularly around anniversaries of the Alamo or in historical preservation circles. These individuals often emphasize the importance of distinguishing the real David Crockett from the fictionalized frontiersman of Disney fame. In some cases, the family name has been used in heritage groups, including societies that celebrate frontier life, Texas independence, and early American history. However, for the most part, the Crockett family did not capitalize on their ancestors' fame in any major commercial way. The enduring mystery and myth. What makes Davy Crockett's story so compelling is not just his frontier exploits or his fiery political career, but the way his legend has overshadowed his very human legacy. His descendants, while carrying his bloodline, have lived lives far removed from the tall tales of bear fights and wilderness adventures. In many ways, the story of Crockett's descendants is a reminder that behind every legend is a real person with a family, responsibilities, and a legacy that is often quieter than the myth suggests. Conclusion. The real Davy Crockett was more than a myth, he was a man of principle, deeply connected to his family and the people he represented. While his descendants never reached the towering heights of folklore that he did, their quiet existence offers a humbling counterbalance to the larger-than-life character we've come to know. Today, the Crockett name continues as a symbol of American frontier resilience, but it also lives on in the everyday lives of his many descendants, some known, many not, who remain tethered to a heritage that helped shape a nation.